Hey, what's going on, guys? As you can see from the intro, we got out and put some rounds downrange in this little guy, and it did not do too badly. I was kind of surprised. I mean, it ran pretty well, which I really shouldn't be surprised. I mean, Smith & Wesson. But yeah, got out, did most of the shooting today at 5 yards. Since this is a little snub-nosed revolver, it's not meant as a target gun. It's not going to be anything super long range. Yeah, we started at 5 yards. I went ahead, I started with my 158 grain, just the lead round nose. It's kind of a base load for this. And here's about the first 15. I mean, I pulled a few. You know, I mean, I'm getting used to the gun. And it takes me a while to get used to a new gun, especially something like this that I've not shot in a long time. Not had a revolver in quite a while. So then after that, we went ahead and moved over to my hand loads. And I'm starting to get more used to it. This is the 125 grain berries. That's these little guys here, the little flat points. And yeah, you see it's starting to come around, starting to group in my circle there. I still had a few I pulled. But yeah, it's doing better, getting a little bit better. Of course, I did get these Hog Grips and put on there. These are the G10. Super simple, poke out a pin, pull the old grips off, slide these on. Lot thicker, lot more comfortable, way more comfortable. I recommend these to anybody that gets one of these. Took some of the Winchester Defender, this high price stuff, and went ahead and shot 5 rounds of that. And I kind of see why that's kind of high price, man. This thing grouped nice. All 5 shots touching the gray. So yeah, even at like almost 30 bucks a box retail, thing groups good. So it shot pretty decent. Then we got the Remingtons, and I only took 8 of these. I didn't take a whole bunch of these. So I put 4 on target. 2 are right here. I pulled a couple. And then I used the other 4 to run through the chronograph, which we'll roll some footage into that here in a minute. Then by the end of the day, I went ahead and put some more of the 158 grain out there. And it's starting to group, like I said, pulled a couple, but look, for the most part, they're coming in. I mean, I'm starting to learn the trigger on this gun. The gun's starting to kind of work with all the components. And then I did some more of my hand loads. I would say that's a win right there. That's pretty good. Yeah, by end of day, it was shooting right there. I mean, that's a good group in anyone's book right there for a little snubby revolver like this. But running the JJ mag pouches, and these 38s in the Bianchi speed strips just do fit in that. Not a whole lot of extra wiggle room. I don't think you could get a 357 mag in there. I don't know, maybe, but it doesn't look to me like you could. Picked another speed loader up. So now I got 3 speed loaders, and I got them loaded with the Remington. I picked a couple of these up. Remingtons are running 21 bucks a box. These are 29 a box. So you can see quite a bit difference in the price. These are good shooting. I mean, don't get me wrong. They grouped really, really well, but at that price point, I don't know. That's a lot of money. Of course, got my Concealment Express holster in. I had to change these grommets out. The factory grommets that came with it were just too tight. I put the gun in, I couldn't get it out. So I put these larger grommets in, and now it'll come out. I mean, it's in there snug, but at least it'll come out. Not too bad. I mean, price point wise and all. I've been running the Concealment Express holsters for a while now, and I moved this clip down to kind of get the gun where I wanted it in my belt. But yeah, not too bad. I mean, it's working. It's still really snug. Might see if I could do something at a later date to unsnug that. But yeah, the gun performed flawlessly. Shot beautiful. That sight paint that I put on there really helped me to pick up that sight. So we'll go ahead and roll in some footage of our chronograph test. We start out, I believe, with the 158s, and then I moved over to my hand loads, and then we did, I think it was the Winchester was third, and then the Remington fourth. So let's go ahead and roll that in right now, and then we'll be back and we'll look at the data sheet. So we'll catch you here in just a second. First 4 Federal 158 grain. Second 4 125 grain hand load. Third 4 Winchester Defender 130 grain plus P. Last 4 Remington 125 grain plus P. As you can see, some of them did pretty good. We can go ahead and look at the numbers here. I went ahead and crunched them. 158 grain lead round nose, I wasn't expecting too much out of it. Average 657, 152 foot-pounds. Nothing really to write home about. Like I said, I didn't expect that to be much, especially out of a snubby. My 125 grain hand load averaged 718 feet per second, but that was only good for 143 foot-pounds. Again, nothing really big. But it makes a good practice load. It's reasonably accurate. Winchester Defender 130 grain plus P, 838 feet per second for 203 foot-pounds. Now we're talking, now we're starting to get into some decent numbers. 203, yeah, that's not too bad. Then the Remington, the Ultimate Defense, 38 Special plus P. This is the compact handgun version. It averaged 900 feet per second for 225 foot-pounds. Not a bad load. If accuracy would have been better, but I mean, it is what it is. So between these two, this one was a little more accurate from what I saw. This one seemed to give me a little bit better velocity, a little better energy, especially out of this little short barrel. You don't have a lot of running room right there. So yeah, for the most part, for the price, I'll probably be running these guys, the compact handgun. If I can score some more of these guys at a better price, I wouldn't mind running these. They're accurate. I like the accuracy, and 200 to 225 foot-pounds in such a small gun, for me, I think that's pretty decent. Is it on par with my 9mm? No, it's not even close. A low power 9 is going to get you 250 plus foot-pounds, and on average you're probably going to be 300. But overall, for a really lightweight gun, something that's you know, easy to take care of, 5-shot, yeah, I'd say it's going to make a good little carry gun, especially out here in Phoenix in the summer. It gets really hot, and I don't feel like packing around that big APX. So this is just you know, kind of a part 2 to let you see how this little guy ran and get you some velocity numbers out of that little barrel to see how things are going. Hopefully the Ruger will be back soon. We'll get out and do some more testing with it, and it'll hit well, and we can get some velocity numbers with it. But like I always say, either we stand up for our rights or we can sit by and watch them go away. Y'all have an awesome rest of the day. We'll talk to you later. Tennessee Frank out of here.